Welcome to T Boys TV. We're back again, this time with Premier League predictions. And for the first time since I've done it the new style, we've got a few people on it. Obviously, we usually do for the reviews. But yeah, we've got some people on. Obviously, Adam, who's been on the channel recently.
Yes, people.
For the England game. And then obviously Charlie, he's been on it once before.
That's good.
For the Champions League final. How are you both?
Yeah, good. You, mate?
Yeah, all good. Looking forward to the Premier League. You know, it's good that it's back again after the international break. You already know my thoughts on that. And yeah, it's going to be good, you know, with the fact there's a lot of derbies. You know, like I said in the title, there's
four
derbies. And obviously that flag, that's one of the biggest derbies.
Biggest derby.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Obviously, we're doing a watch along tomorrow as well. Let's go through some comments and then we'll get into it. Big up Blue Terrier. He says, "Man like Tyler, big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well."
Mm-hmm.
Big up Stephen as well. Luton fan. He says, "Big up Ty. Let's do this." Yeah, no, absolutely. And then big up the Waste. He says, "Yo, big up yourself, mate." But yeah, let's get into it. So obviously, the first game is your team, Adam.
Yes,
is your team.
Yes, we're the Tottenham boys.
North London derby. Obviously, this is three of us plus another one that's going to be on the watch along tomorrow. But yeah,
you scum. That's what you call them. Scummy Arsenal.
You got so you got Arsenal, North London derby. You know, recently in the derbies, throughout time really, the team that's been at home, they tend to come out on top. But tell me, how are you feeling going into this one?
I'm scared. I'm going to be honest with you, especially going away to their ground. It's hard. Plus, we've just had the international break.
You just got to hope Son's on point as well.
But now he's got his goals.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to give us a massive boost.
Yeah, man.
And I think we're going to just about scrape it.
Fair enough.
I reckon 2-3, or it'll be a 2-2 draw. I'm going to be honest with it.
Well, I'm not going to be the one to tell you, so someone else will.
We'll wait and see for tomorrow.
That's what I mean. It's going to be interesting. Like you said, Son, he started firing again.
Look at them 3 goals.
It's similar to a lot of other players, I say it with the Luton striker, for example. As soon as he gets a goal, he's going to start, firing and, scoring again.
But then look at Son.
A matter of time when that's happening. Salah, that one I say is a little bit different because, I don't think they're actually playing him the way they should be.
No.
Pep Lijnders, from what he said in that book he's made, I don't really agree with some of it. They're trying to play him in a way that benefits others. But is it benefiting others? Because Liverpool haven't really scored, unless you count Bournemouth, other than that.
Was that 9 goals, was it?
Yeah,
I've played at that stadium as well.
Not like
it's a tiny stadium.
They're doing all right. Well, this one was at Anfield, weren't it? They're doing all right, but
yeah,
they're not going to stay up for me. But Charlie, how do you think this game's going to go?
Honestly, with the lack of players, obviously, we've got Thiago back, haven't we?
Oh no, the Tottenham game.
Tottenham game.
Yeah. We're going to ours. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. See, Tottenham, good team, but then again, Arsenal are at the top, and I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah, but then you look at every year, they start at the top, and what do? They mess it up every year.
But have they been at the top for this long?
I don't think so.
No, I don't. But then not in recent years.
Not in recent years, but I still think we can go in there on the edge, especially under Conte as well. Conte's a good manager. I've got mad respect for him. Like as I'm seeing in the comments, I'm seeing a lot of Spurs people saying, may not even be Spurs fans, but
they're not. They just want you lot to do it, mate.
Because I think it's time to get Arsenal out the top. I think it is. I've had enough of it. And we're the boys that are going to do it. I'm telling you that now. They haven't had a tough game yet.
Other than United.
Oh, yeah.
Look, they lost their tough game.
But to be fair, I hear where you're coming from in that sense. But what I will say at the same time is you can only beat what's in front of you. But I understand what you're saying. It's, it's going to be a difficult game, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're on to I think it's Champions League after that on Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, Champions League's back again.
I'm excited for that one, boys. Hey.
Well, hopefully you don't bottle it again. You know what I mean?
Wait, I'm just going to add one thing. Where are Arsenal in the Champions League this year? Oh, wait, no, they didn't qualify, did they?
Oh, my days. But yeah, one thing, you have got to be concerned about is, I don't know if I mentioned it on this stream so far, but you've only won once there in 29 years.
Yeah, but I think, Conte's the man to change that.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
It's time to make it 2 times in 29 years, boys. This is the strongest Spurs side I've ever seen in my whole life.
It is a very good team, especially with the options you've got. Richarlison.
He's a class player.
He is.
I'm sorry.
I've always rated him. I
He's
just
too
don't like
cocky.
him as a player.
He's just too cocky.
He can back it up. He's shown at Tottenham he can back it up.
Look at against that Marseille game.
Yeah, exactly.
Look,
I was literally about to say that. Yeah, Champions League.
He's done well this year, and he's going to shine against Arsenal if we bring him on, I reckon, unless we start him.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't know, but I think it should definitely be the normal front three. Kulusevski, however you say it, however you pronounce it, Kane and Son.
I think he might be out, Kulusevski, from what I'm hearing.
From what you're hearing?
From what I'm hearing, he might be out.
If not, then I think Richarlison. I think we've got a chance.
Richarlison.
I think we've got to start him. We've got to put him on to give him the chance.
Yeah.
And I think we will do. But then does it mean we drop Kane to a cam? I was thinking, because he plays too deep.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I would personally.
I understand where you're coming from.
He plays too deep, but he just ain't got a pace.
Has he ever even played there?
No, he hasn't, but I think he could work well there. I really do.
Yeah, it depends who you've got in front. Like you said, if you've got Son and Richarlison, then yeah, you've got pace in it. Pace to get him behind the Arsenal defence.
That's why I think we should start something like that. Play a 4-3-3. I don't think Dyer should start. I have no respect for Dyer.
Nah.
You don't rate him, do you?
I really do not.
I
really do not rate Dyer. I want Dyer out of the club.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't deserve a place in the squad, I don't think.
Fair enough then. But we'll get into that moment. Score prediction. So you said you reckon this is where Spurs are going to do it.
Yeah, I reckon.
Tell me your prediction.
So I reckon it's either going to be 3-2 Spurs or
goals galore.
I do think I'm going to change with what I did say at the start with the 2-2 draw, like it normally is. You know how it is.
In the worst case scenario,
I think it's going to be a 2-1 Spurs. I do think we're going to have the upper hand in this one. Going into theirs, I think we're ready for it. After the international break as well, I think our players will be raring. They'll want it. Enough. They'll want it this time. They've had enough of losing it. Come on, let's get real. We've got to do something now. And if we don't do it this year, next year at their place will be it.
Yeah. Now, fair enough then. Charlie, what do you reckon this game's going to be? Obviously, we're going to be doing a watch-along tomorrow.
Two good teams. One better than the other.
And that's Tottenham.
No comment.
Head, mate.
No comment. I'm thinking 3-2 Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's got to be said. Like
goals galore again.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There is definitely going to be some goals.
Yeah, 100%. No, I agree with that. My prediction, obviously I've done my predictions beforehand like I usually do. And, I just think with the fact, like I mentioned, Arsenal, they have a very good record against Tottenham at home. Also, the fact, I remember last year it was quite similar. Obviously, not Arsenal were top of the league at the time, but it was similar where, Spurs were very heavy favourites and then Arsenal went there and done a job.
But that was our ground.
No, I'm on about at theirs.
Oh, you're about there?
No, you slapped them at your ground. It was like 3-0, weren't it?
Yeah, I think we'll slap
them. And that's what I mean with this derby. Whoever's the home side tends to get the win because that crowd, the other team can't deal with it because they're just so on it. Do you know what I mean?
Like before, look at it. It was always 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. And then let me just have one other thing. You see Jesus, if he gets injured, I think they're gone.
You're fucked.
Yeah, if Jesus, I agree with that. I've said it before. If Jesus, Ramsdale or Partey gets injured, they're done because that Matt Turner guy is not a good enough backup. Jesus, Nketiah, don't think he's that good backup guy, to be honest. And your Siri's going off like mad. And then Partey, you saw it. Partey against Man United, when he's not there, the midfield's gone. Do you know what I mean? So I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Partey's definitely going to be available for this game. There's still a bit of question marks. Arteta was, from what I heard, I haven't watched the press conference because I don't watch opposition fans, or managers, whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
But I heard, he kept his cards quiet, and I know
he's got to.
Yeah, Conte's done the same. He had his yesterday. I reckon he will be back, Partey, because it was only a minor injury anyway.
Hopefully not. I'm hoping
so
not.
I'm going to back Arsenal as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I reckon it's going to be the exact same score as last year. And that might sound very harsh because I do rate Tottenham. And like I said, I do think if anyone finishes above Liverpool this year, other than Man City, it will be Tottenham because Conte, you know what it's like short term. But I'm going to go over 3-1 Arsenal.
Can I just add one other thing to go into this, though?
Yeah, no worries.
But if you look at the table, look how close it is already.
Yeah, look,
we haven't lost the game.
No, true.
We're going in strong.
You
We've only drawn.
Yeah.
And look, we're the same team. We're second. We're third. They're second. Only because of goal difference. Not the end of the world. But it's still early days.
Yeah.
And I think this is the year we have them in the bag at their ground, and we need it now.
Fair
we need
enough.
the confident boost.
Yeah, you've got to have confidence, absolutely.
Especially coming as a Spurs fan.
The thing is, you know, the thing is, I mentioned form as well. You know, form doesn't always matter in these games. I still think it does to a certain extent, but not massively.
Not much at all. No way.
But yeah, I'm going to go. I know that sounds very one-sided, but I don't think it will be. I think it might be like 1-1 for ages, and then you know they start getting 2 late goals. That's
that's always happens in North London.
None of them teams are going to leave it as a draw.
No, I can't see that.
I can't see our manager playing for a draw.
Like, no,
I really can't. I can see him going full out for the win.
No, absolutely. But we'll go through some comments. We'll see what people are saying. Adam, I'm on the white side.
You know what,
He's actually a Luton fan, so big up to him.
Big up to yourself.
Yids on tour.
Yids on tour.
This guy's a Man City fan. Hope Spurs win this. Come on, Spurs.
Yeah.
Man City fan saying this.
Everyone wants Arsenal to lose this. They need to lose.
Yeah, exactly. 3-2. Hayden says, Leicester fan. Fair enough, mate. 3-2 Spurs he's gone with.
Yeah.
Big up Stephen. He's gone as well. Oh, my connection is going all a bit washed out here. Arsenal 1, Jesus, Spurs 3, Son 2 times Kane. Do you know what, Adam? Because it's your team.
Yeah.
Tell me who's going to score the goals then.
I think Son's going to get.
Do you think they're going to play with Son?
Yeah, I reckon.
Especially after Leicester. Look at Leicester. He scored 3 goals in, wasn't it? Like
he's back.
Hour.
He's back. Like I said to you when we done that video, he's back.
He's back and he's balling. He's raring. Him and Kane are both raring to go now.
He's that good, yeah. He's that good that he can shoot up there with a golden boot. And I'm saying that with the form Haaland's on.
I'm sorry, but I think
I'm not saying he'll win it, but he'll get up there.
He'll probably get second or third. But then Son's one of them players that won't play for himself.
No.
And I love that about him. He's not selfish.
He's been so loyal as well. You have to big him up. Man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have
good respect
the way
for him,
he's playing.
A great player.
I wouldn't be surprised if he left us, but I think he's going to stay.
No, I think he's very loyal, mate. I don't think he is leaving you.
Look how many Korean fans he's brought over to us.
Yeah, facts, man. You see the pre-season.
Yeah.
Like,
Korean.
Yeah, no, big up to him for that. But yeah, who do you reckon then?
I reckon Son's going to score 2.
Yep.
If it's a 2-1, that'll be it.
Yep.
Son will get them both.
Richarlison.
It depends if we start him.
Definitely, I feel like he's going to get...
Yeah, with Kulusevski
2 or more
most likely out, he will start most likely.
Yeah.
He'll be on the right.
Let's say Kulusevski's out, yeah?
Yep.
So then I think Richarlison will get an assist with Kane. I've got a funny feeling.
Okay.
I've got a little funny feeling, but I reckon Kane will either get one, actually, or Richarlison will get it.
I reckon Richarlison, and then he'll wind up the Arsenal fan.
Yeah, he will do. Of course he will.
I know what he's like.
He'll go, shh.
I could see you lot going 1-0 up. I'm not going to lie.
I can see us going.
And then I'll see it being 1-1, very tight, and then they get goals.
And until like the 60th minute. Then
with Leicester as well, like I said, the time it took me to go to the toilet and back, they'd already equalised. Leicester had scored the first goal, and then I was out of the room for not even a minute, and I come back, and they've already equalised.
Oh, I didn't come into 20 minutes late.
They might have that performance again.
That's what I mean. I think since that, we're ready. We're wearing. Since Leicester's just giving us more confidence. But name me 4 big clubs Arsenal played this season. You can't do it.
No, like I said, I give them credit personally. You know, obviously, I know you're
hate
rivals and that.
Of course,
but I give them credit. You know, they've beat
North London's white, man.
And to be fair, you know that Fulham game. I always mention it. You know that game they won 2-1 in the evening.
Yeah.
You know when they went 1-0 down. If that was last year, they wouldn't have won that game because they don't have that mentality. It's completely changed.
But then I kind of want to go 1-0 down in this. Because we need the momentum to go again.
Yeah.
I do want to go 1-0 down in this. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm hoping we go 1-0 down. Because I know...
Yeah, because you went 1-0 down against Leicester.
It's also going to give you composure.
Yeah, and I think that helps us a lot. Going 1-0 down, you bring on Son. Look at that. Look at how we brought on Son last time. 2 cracking goals. Even the third one.
The one with his left foot and all.
It was nasty goals.
That was the second goal.
Nasty goals.
Absolute filth.
It was lovely to see it like that, though. It was lovely to see a good win like that. I enjoyed that game, and I think the way Son played, he's a top class player.
Yeah, he's always been that.
I think he's in the league for Golden Boot.
Like I said,
I'm just putting it out there.
I think he'll start getting up there.
I think he deserves a Golden Boot.
The way things are going, mate, you've only got to say Haaland winning it, really, ain't you?
Yeah, but then if Haaland gets injured,
but then again, another player that can be up there for me if he don't get injured, Jesus.
Yep.
Salah will start getting back up there.
I think
100%.
It's going to be a good run for Golden Boot this year.
It is.
It really is, because we've got 2 players that are going to be up there, Kane and Son.
Mm-hmm.
Every year they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
best friends.
You might even get another player that might start shooting up there, like Richarlison.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You never know.
You know, he's had his games where he's all over the ball. Like, he doesn't pass for.
Well, that's what I hate about Richarlison. He doesn't like passing. That's why I think Kane's going to pass it to him and score. Going to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Fair enough. Charlie, he supports Liverpool, mate. He supports Liverpool. He's not a Spurs fan.
I mean, if you think about
look
it,
in the thumbnail, mate, he's got a Liverpool shirt on. You know what I mean?
If you think about it, my mum's side's Tottenham, my dad's side's Liverpool, but I've always been Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly.
LFC for life.
It's even worse for me, though. My dad's side's Arsenal.
Only
one side's Tottenham.
One big game on Tuesday. Obviously, he's on about Luke.
No, there's only one big game this weekend, and that's us, boys. Come on, you Spurs.
Arsenal got United in the group for the Champions League.
That's Arsenal out. Oh, wait, no, they're not in it.
Where
are you?
There you go, Adam. Here's a question for you by Hayden. He says, would you play Spence? He has the pace.
I think maybe for the bench, not for a starter yet.
No, not in this type of game.
Not in this type of game, no.
I rate Spence, but
I do rate him, but
he can, he'd be exposed in this game, I think.
He really would. I'm sorry. He wouldn't know what he's doing. He'd be too scared to do it.
No, I agree. So, we'll move on. We'll move on to that. We've, rambled on for a bit too long about that one. But it's only right. North London Derby, big game.
Mm-hmm.
Next game
of the
is a
weekend.
game. I think this game's going to be good. I don't know about you lot, but
I
Bournemouth versus Brentford. Bournemouth, since the manager's gone, they're unbeaten. Brentford, obviously, they did take that heavy defeat to Arsenal, but they, there was times last season they done that, and look how good they,
Yeah, this is going to be.
They ended up,
It's going to be a good game.
It is, isn't it? It is, especially at Bournemouth, similar ground to Luton, a little bit bigger. But, it's similar in the sense where you're close to the pitch, fans are close, they're similar trajectory. Yeah, they're years ahead of us, but it's very similar in that aspect. So I've seen a lot of them, of course, through the Championship. And then Brentford, like I said, they took heavy defeats a lot last season, and, they're still...
Can I just add something quickly, Tyler? That says 4:00.
Yeah, I think because the Spanish thing actually...
Is it a Spanish thing? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd query it now.
Yeah, they always do that, mate. They always do that. But like Adam agrees with me, this is going to be a good one. Charlie, do you think this is going to be a good game to watch?
It is, yeah. And...
Trust me, if Liverpool weren't playing, I'd probably turn on this game out of the 3:00 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chelsea Palace would be a dead one.
It won't be great. We'll get into that, but we'll just go into predictions for these sort of ones. I've gone with a thriller, but I'll let you lot go first with what you reckon.
Go on, I know what I'm already saying with this one.
Go on then.
I reckon 3-2 Bournemouth.
Jeez, yeah.
I think
I'd write it, but
I think it's going to be a good game. 100%.
Yeah.
3-2 Bournemouth. I don't know who the goal scorer is going to be in it.
No, don't worry about that. I've only done it because it's Tottenham.
Yeah, big game, innit? Yeah. And I'm a yid.
Yeah, exactly. So 3-2. No, that's not a bad chat. It's close to my prediction. Charlie, what do you reckon about this game?
Well,
since who haven't we got? I know we haven't. Thiago's back.
We're on about.
He's
still on about the What's he going on about?
I'll tell you when we're on our
You're getting you were talking sacked in the morning.
Bournemouth Brentford.
Yeah, just quick fire prediction.
I reckon 2-2.
Nice, you reckon the same as me? Yeah. No, I don't reckon someone will be able to win this game. I just think it'll be a very open game.
Yeah, but I'm gonna.
But if someone does win, I do think it will be Bournemouth,
and I think it will be
home advantage.
Yeah,
100%. That's fair enough. Let's see what everyone else reckons. We only care about tonight at 8. You know it. We all know it. Yeah, no, today, 100%, man. 2-1 Brentford. A lot of people backing Brentford here. Interesting.
But then they ain't got their home advantage.
No,
Bournemouth,
but they might want to back. I don't know. I just don't see Bournemouth losing this game just due to the fact they're unbeaten since this new manager's come in.
Who was their old manager again?
Who was their old manager?
Yeah,
Scott Parker.
That's it. Who's the new one now?
I don't know. I think it's just an interim at the moment. But they beat Newcastle away.
that's a tough place to go to.
Exactly.
That's why I think they'll edge it.
They drew to Wolves, I think. Yeah, Wolves. Their product up front is terrible, but still, got
the Portuguese FC in it,
and then they beat Forest away. Yeah, beat Forest away 3-2. Come back as well.
But then you look at Forest now; they're looking a decent side. I reckon they might stay up.
Who, Forest?
Yeah.
No, not at the moment, mate.
No, but I think they could have a chance of staying up.
It's interesting with them because for me, they've signed way too many players. I know you've got to change it because you're in, Premier League and that, but the amount of players they've signed.
We're not 170 mil they spent.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. And Lingard gets just under 200 grand a week. That's
Bloody hell!
Ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous.
Just
for a year contract and all.
Bit of Jesse. Nah, I don't want that in my team, mate.
But big up Spencer, Liverpool fan. Big up to him. He's out in America. He always watches my stream.
Respect for
early.
That,
yeah, man.
Always. So, obviously in America where he's at, sometimes the games are like 4:30. He watches them then and tunes into my stream.
4 in the morning.
Man. Massive shout out to him. So big up yourself. And these are his predictions so far. He says 2-2 in the North London derby and then 2-1 Brentford. Interesting. Everyone's going for Brentford. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I mean. Forest, 20 new players.
That's
Is
ridiculous.
it? Actually, I think it's 21 in it.
That's ridiculous.
I don't want to be the, one more.
Oh, guy, the one more guy. There's always one more, isn't there?
I'm pretty sure it's something ridiculous like that. But we'll move on. We'll move on to the next game, which I said, one of the other derbies, London derby, Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. We know how good that, home crowd can be at Selhurst Park, but they're just not really putting the ball in the back of the net at the moment, and that's their problem. Chelsea, obviously still under Graham Potter, learning new things. This is only his second game in charge, obviously, because the last Premier League game got called off. This is his first Premier League game in charge. He's only played one Champions League. Well, not played, but managed.
Yeah.
And obviously, they drew that. How do I see this one going? I don't think it's going to be goals galore. How do you lot see this one going?
I think 1-0 Chelsea.
That's exactly what I think. Straight up, Charlie. What do you reckon for this one?
Chelsea who?
Crystal Palace. Is that Crystal
Start
Palace?
listening.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Palace have the upper hand.
Like I said, that home crowd is very good. Trust me. I'd love to experience it one day.
I'm going 2-1 Palace.
Yeah? Okay.
Only because my brother-in-law is a Chelsea fan and I just want to see him suffer.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
He does.
Like I said, I'm with Adam here.
And Dylan as well.
I've gone with a 1-0. I can see a 1-0 either way, but I just think Chelsea will edge it. I think this might be where Aubameyang gets a goal. So, yeah, I'm going to go with them. But like I said, with Chelsea as well, they're still not firing up front yet. So, yeah. No, it's 20. All right, my bad. Crystal Palace.
It's 19 now.
Crystal Palace 1-0. Yeah, fair enough. It could go 1-0 either way.
Mm-hmm. It's one of them games you don't know.
Vieira will love to beat Chelsea. Yeah, true. Obviously, former Arsenal player as well.
Yep.
I'm going for a Desmond 2-2. Interesting.
I reckon it'll be a 1-0.
I will be surprised if there is that many goals. Like I said, both teams up front are not really, not really doing much. I could see a 1-0 either way. But we'll move on to the next game. Again, another decent game. I think this is Fulham, unbeaten at home, doing very well in the league. Look, they're in the top 6, I think. Yeah, they're in the top 6.
That's mad to think.
Taking on Newcastle, who obviously had that disappointing loss to Bournemouth.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Howe is under a little bit of pressure as well. Because new owners coming in, all the players they've signed and that, they want to get to that level. Because obviously they're the richest club in the world. Let's remember that.
Look at it, when another club that's got money and they're going up the league. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a joke.
A lot of pressure on him, sorry. Like I said, Fulham unbeaten at home. They're a very good side. Mitrovic is finally getting goals in the Premier League. It took him a while, but he's doing it.
But then same as Son. It took him a while, and he's doing it.
I can see this going one or two ways, but Adam, how do you see this one going?
I see this one going. I feel like it's going to be a little 2-1 Fulham.
That's not a bad shout.
It's not. And I think it's going to be one of them games where Fulham are going to edge it because Eddie Howe's under the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't under the pressure, I reckon Newcastle would edge it.
That's fair enough. The
pressure's going to stress him out. Going away to Fulham.
Like I said, they're a good side. we'll know they're a good side. We drew to them, do you know what I mean? And I knew that wasn't going to be an easy game.
We'll beat them at theirs, though, I reckon.
Yeah.
yeah. At home, though, trust me, they've got a midfielder. I can't quite remember his name. I think it's a CDM. He's been brilliant. Give it a couple of years, top clubs will be looking at him.
Yeah.
And their defense is pretty sound. They've got Leno in goals, very good for that. That team. So yeah, fair enough. Charlie, how'd you see this one going?
I'm going 3-2 Fulham.
Yeah, nice goals galore.
Yeah,
I don't think it will be though.
I wouldn't be surprised because Fulham have had a lot of. I think they've had a lot of 2-2 draws this season.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. It might just be one. Goal.
And they have actually already won 3-2. Sorry to cut you off, but they have actually already won 3-2 this year at home against Brentford, and that's a big derby, West London and that.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair enough. I'm gonna go. Well, I've gone with a 1-1 draw, but I can see Fulham maybe sneaking a 2-1, like Adam said.
I can see.
I'm gonna go with a 1-1 for this game. So let's see what you lot have gone with. 2-1 Newcastle. Fair enough, Spencer, mate. Fair enough. Everyone says time for the Toon to perform, beat the home record. 2-1. Yeah, a lot of 2-1s here. Big up yourselves. Fair enough. And then Hayden's gone 2-1. Mitrovic 2. Newcastle 1. Yeah, fair enough, mate. The next game, which is finally us, Charlie. Finally us.
Right, finally.
Dead game.
Taking on Brighton, doing very well. Look at, table don't lie, in the top 4. Got a new manager. First game with the new manager.
Can I chat one thing though? Wait, I'm pretty sure you're in the top 4 though, are you?
No, we're not.
Give it time.
Exactly.
I don't think you finish second this year.
Nah, we'll be all right, mate. Trust me. We'll get
top 4 fights.
We'll be in the top 4 race, but we'll get second or third.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
I reckon we'll get second. The way we're looking.
And that's why I say second or third, because I think you might actually finish above us.
Yeah.
I do think second is our spot this year.
But anyway, let's get into this. Liverpool got players back. Thiago's back. Obviously, he's back against. I actually saw how good the midfield was then. Matip's back. A few players look like they might not be available for this, which is a little bit annoying, like Nunes and Jota's bit question mark. Now that's what worries me, because Firmino can do a job, but yeah, like I said to you earlier on,
not a very good one anymore.
Like I said to you earlier, this guy is just violating. But
of course,
who is there? Who is there as that other option? Carvalho maybe, but I don't want to play him up front. Not yet, anyway.
It's a hit and hope with him, to be honest.
Exactly, and I'm just going to get my charger because the laptop is done out here. But Charlie, how do you feel going into this one?
It's just another game, to be honest. I think we're going to smash it.
Yeah? You reckon this is where...
Yeah. And I'm just going to jump straight into the score predictions. I'm going 4-2, easy.
4-2? Jeez. What? You reckon goals like that, yeah?
I reckon,
what have you been smoking?
To be fair, Brighton...
I've been smoking.
What I will say, though, Brighton do score a lot this season. And there's, the 5-2 against Leicester. They score in, games where there's a lot of goals. 4-2, interesting. Goal scorers? Just do ours, don't worry about it. No disrespect to the Seagulls.
20 Seagull fans.
I know Firmino's got to get some.
Yeah.
He's going to get some.
You reckon?
Where's your money gone? Where's your money gone? Where's your money gone? Where's your money gone?
I'm trying to think. When have we actually got you? We've got Arsenal soon. When have we got you?
I don't even know off the top of my head.
I think it's a while away. I don't think it's not in October. It's a mad period in October.
It's busy in October.
Yeah, and then
it's the best period of the year, I think.
This year, then you've got the World Cup.
But normally,
it's just going to affect teams.
Do you know what I think they should add in? Every season, you should play rivals on Boxing Day.
Yeah. It's like that in lower leagues, isn't it?
It is, and it would be good because you don't have to travel far.
No, exactly. No, that's true. Like New Year's Day, Luton have Huddersfield away.
It's too far to go.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You're going to be staying up to watch everything. Then you're going to be getting on the coach in the morning. It's crazy.
It is, isn't it? It is.
Play your rivals.
But yeah, like we said, we know it's a while away because it's not this October. I know that. And obviously it won't be November or December because of the World Cup. It might be after the World Cup. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, the midfield, I'm happy it's going to be a lot more stable in that sense. I just worry about Firmino, and not Firmino personally, just the other options. Like I said, there's only really Carvalho that I can think of.
Yeah.
So I do worry about that in that sense.
He's a good player, though.
He is a wicked player. Wicked player. I knew he was a wicked player.
That last minute goal he got for us was...
against Newcastle. Ever since he played against Luton last year, because I obviously kept my eye on him because the deal was going to be done.
Mm-hmm.
He was wicked in that game. That 7-0 win. But yeah, we'll do a little lineup for this one. So let me share the screen for this if it wants to actually work. Give me a second. Laptop's being slower than Per Mertesacker trying to make a run down the wing. Seriously.
Joe, when we see him, Tyler.
What's that?
Joe, when we see him, it's the England game.
Yeah. Trust me. But yeah, Alisson in goal. That's straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to sit and debate about that one. Right back, despite everything going on, you've got to go Trent. By the way, I've said it on the watch long I did the other day. I think that was absolutely stupid how he got dropped from the England team. I wouldn't have started him, but just completely dash him out of the team. I just don't understand that. But then again, that's Southgate who calls up Ivan Toney and doesn't even play him at all. So that doesn't make sense. But there we go. Left back, I'm hearing Robbo's training, but he's not available. And Shimikas, he's a very good another option. So we've got to go with him, haven't we? Brilliant player. Rated him. Even, when he come into Liverpool, I knew what this guy was about.
He was going to do bits.
Exactly.
By the way, the screen is working, Tyler.
What's that?
The screen is working for you.
Yeah, I know. I just can't find him. There we go. Right, so the centre backs, I would go Matip and Van Dijk.
Oh, I was going to go Gomez and Van Dijk.
The reason I don't go Gomez is I do like him as a player.
Mm-hmm.
I think the criticism he gets is a bit mad, but
I
haven't seen great performances from him recently. And I feel Matip, against Ajax. But they might do that. I heard Konate's back as well. So what they might do is what they started doing a lot last year, which was playing Virgil with one of them in whatever. So the Premier League, it was Matip, and then Champions League, it was Konate. I would not mind seeing Konate go in this game, but only because Matip played against Ajax. And that game, it weren't like it was recently. Now it's like a week or two ago, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Matip. So yeah, and then the CDM, you got to go for Fabinho. That's straightforward in that sense.
Yeah.
Not been overly great this season, but still brings good stuff to the team.
Not too much though.
The other midfielders, I'm gonna go. I'm thinking Elliot and.
Yeah, you can start Elliot.
Yeah, Elliot. He deserves to keep starting, mate. Trust me. I just don't know how to put him on the left or the right. What I'll do is I'll go Thiago on the left. We need him back in, saw it against Ajax. And I'm going to go Elliot on that other side. You agree with that?
No, to be honest, I don't really watch Liverpool like that though.
Charlie, you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%.
And then the three up top, you got to go Salah, despite his form not being too great.
Salah.
He did score against Ajax, though.
He did score against Ajax.
Diaz on the left, straightforward.
King.
Diaz been one of the best players this season, up there with Harvey Elliott for me. He tries every game. I know a lot of people don't give points for trying, but I just think he's been getting unlucky at times. I thought against Man United in that first half, he was brilliant. Like I said, he was just kept getting fouled left, right, and centre. So it's a bit difficult when that's happening, every 5 seconds. So I will go with them. And then up front, it's got to be Firmino, hasn't it? Like I said, because it's looking like Nunez and Jota are doubts. Not because they're injured. It's just Nunez come back quite late, apparently, and Jota's similar in that aspect, apparently. So that's the lineup I'd go with. As for my score prediction, like I said, Brighton, very good team. They make it very difficult. I can see with this manager, it's very similar to Graham Potter. I haven't watched a lot of him, but I've seen, what he's about and that. But I do reckon Liverpool win it, just due to the fact as well that the Anfield crowd, they're going to be well up for this game. Liverpool still haven't lost at home with fans in the Premier League since 2017. Which is just crazy. We're in 2022 now.
That's 5 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I reckon Liverpool win this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go 1-0. 1-0. now working on, I reckon, and getting some more wins, definitely. So there's that. We'll see what you lot reckon in the chat. Big up everyone as well. Big up Bobby.
Come on, you Spurs.
He's a Spurs fan.
You don't.
Yeah, Adam's loving that.
Yeah, another Yids on here.
And big up Spencer as well. He says 2-1 to the Pool. Wouldn't be surprised with a draw though. Yeah, I understand. And Brighton, to be fair, I remember last year, it's 2-2 at Anfield. Yeah,
you don't think about when it's your club though, do you? You want to win.
New manager bounce, Seagulls 3-2. I just don't think Liverpool lose just because it's that record is just unreal. And even when we play shite, we just tend to still.
You always play shite. What do you
still
say?
Not lose the game? Like at Anfield anyway, in the league anyway. So that's
we may as well change your name to Shitterpool.
All right, mate. Liverpool has been sloppy at times. Brighton looks good at the moment. I can only see one win up. Fair enough. I just think with it being at Anfield,
Did you see Chelsea about changing their name as well? There's something about Chelsea changing their names. I see earlier. I don't know if it's true. No, the Cowboys, London Cowboys.
Are you sure Pez is not trying to control their Instagram? No, real talk.
It's Twitter. No, TikTok.
They did get 5 goals against Leicester, but the Foxes are trash. Yeah, and everyone was trying to big up Maddison for England. Yeah, he should have been in the team. But everyone makes out like he's one of the best midfielders at England. Do you know what I mean? Like in that game, kept giving the ball away every 5 seconds. Do you know what I mean? And I think he done it twice, and that's how Brighton actually scored 2 of the goals in that game. So yeah, that's what I reckon for that. Moving on to the next game, which is obviously one of the other teams from Merseyside, and the team we don't like.
I love them. Everton.
You don't love them.
I'm joking.
Well, you love them because they give you Richarlison, yeah?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I like them.
But they're taking on Southampton. Southampton are one of them teams for me. Thank God I don't do bets with this team. Seriously. I predict them to win, they lose. I predict them to lose, they win. I predict them to draw, they win or lose. Do you know what I mean? But they are a good side at home. Everton, I've heard Pickford is coming back for this game, so that will be good for them defensively. He actually got injured from, how hard he was doing them saves, like how far he was stretching and that against Liverpool. Like that's actually,
I don't fucking blame him.
That's actually how he got injured, which is just, it's
crazy.
But apparently we'll be back for this game, I'm hearing. But I am going to back Southampton because they're at home. I can see it going 2-1 either way, but I'm going to say 2-1 Southampton. What are you lot thinking?
I'm thinking 2-1 Everton. I'm just putting it out there. I reckon 2-1 Everton.
And the thing about Everton, I don't really think up front they're not really firing for me. Defensively, they're very good. Connor Cody since he's come in, has been brilliant. And for me, they'll stay up just due to the fact that they've got players. Unfortunately, they've got players defensively that are very good. For the scrap that I reckon they'll be in. Near the bottom of the table. So, but I just think I'm just going to back Southampton. With them being at home, I'm going to back them. I can see Shea Adams having a really good game here as well, and Ward-Prowse. So, yeah, 2-1 Everton, you said.
Yeah.
Charlie, what do you reckon?
Yeah, 2-1 Everton.
Fair enough. Like I say, it could go 2-1 either way, I reckon. I could see it being one of them. Dull 0-0. Interesting. There is always one of them 0-0s, to be fair.
There always is.
2-1 Southampton, same as me, you reckon. And then Hayden's the same as you lot. He's gone 2-1 Everton.
Everton will just edge it, I reckon.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. If this is at Goodison, I'll most likely back Everton. Not going to lie. But yeah, the 5:30 game tomorrow. I remember the Tottenham-Leicester game where I only said a narrow 1-0 Tottenham.
What was it? What was that one?
Well, I shouldn't have said that.
Wait, what was it again? I can't remember.
All right.
Wait, 6-2.
Can't remember. Mate, just
boys,
rewind to the start of the stream, then you'll remember it. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, it's 6-2 to the Tottenham.
I generally don't think this game's going to be great. West Ham in the relegation zone. Not been a great start from them whatsoever. Wolves, they're still not great up front. You've seen it in plenty of games. But can this be where Diego Costa starts? And that could be the difference maker in this game. But then again, I think West Ham at home, the crowd's going to be on it. It is a 5:30 kickoff as well. Again, this is another one where I could see it being the same score, but the other way. I've gone with a 1-0 West Ham.
I think this is going to be the 0-0 game.
Yeah?
I think this is going to be the 0-0 game. 100%.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Spencer says 0-0 there as well. I can see it. It there. Charlie, what do you reckon for this one?
West Charlie sounds bored.
Actually,
look, this is what I mean by both teams. By the way, how poor they're doing. West Ham in the relegation zone, Wolves just above it.
I'm going 1-0 Wolves.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think I can
see it 1-0 either way.
Yeah.
I could see it being that dead game of the week.
Yeah, it's not great 5:30 game. I'll say that, and then there's probably goals, but yeah, I just think I don't know. But then again, both teams are near the bottoms, so it might just be poor defensive display. But I think it'll be like that in a different game where the two teams are at the bottom, and I'm on about when we get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair enough. There's that game. Now moving on to the third derby of the weekend, Manchester derby, obviously massive derby as we know. Man City versus Manchester United. How's this game going to go? Flipping hell. Like I said on Kenny's stream yesterday, a shout out to him. Obviously Man United fan, not shout out to his team though. Let's get that one in. But I said to him, it's a game where both teams can be gotten at defensively, despite how good Man City are. Man U can definitely hurt them. I heard Man U might have who was it? I think it's Sancho and Martial or Rashford and Martial out. So that's going to be interesting. If that's the case, then they'll have to go Ronaldo up front, who ain't really been pulling the strings at the moment. But then again, this is the Manchester derby. Do you know what I mean? He can easily turn up in this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got a goal or two, honestly. But then again, like I said, City can definitely hurt Man United's defence, especially if how Haaland's been.
Yeah.
You're not that United defence, as much as they've looked good in recent games, they can be especially by this Man City team. Even Bernardo Silva. List goes on. We know the quality of Man City. I think it's going to be a very good game. United, other than last year, they don't actually tend to do too bad at the Etihad as well, despite how poor they've been in recent years.
Yeah.
I've gone goals galore, but what do you lot reckon?
I'm going to be honest. I think 3-1 City.
3-1? That's close to my prediction, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
4-2 City.
Jeez. This is what we reckon with goals galore, people. As for me, I've gone 3-2 City.
3-2. I don't think United can pull it anymore. United are done out. I'm sorry.
You reckon? With Ten Hag coming in?
Reckon? I think they're not strong enough. They need.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think they'll get the top 4, top 5. I think they'll finish 6th still, but
I think 6th or 7th.
I think you are seeing slow progress.
It'll be a very long time to see something come.
I agree, because I don't think they'll win the Europa League either. I think Arsenal have a better chance, to be honest with them.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, sorry. So yeah, all right, 3-2, and then 3-1, and a 4-2. So obviously a lot of goals in that game. West Ham 2, Diego Costa's Wolves 1. Like I said, that could be the difference maker. I think if he, that's all right. I think if he was playing against Man City, he would have caused that defense problems 100%. Especially with how Neto's been, he's probably been one of the only good attackers. Do you know what I mean? For them. Yeah, that's what you reckon. I think is Rashford out. I know. Martial's apparently out, but I don't know if it was Rashford or Sancho. But I know one of them is out. So yeah, 3-2 though. You reckon same as me? Manchester City 1, Haaland, Manchester United 3. Jeez, Ronaldo 2, Sancho. I said that's all if he's playing. I'm not 100% sure if he is. 3-1 City. I reckon the same. Same there. Fair enough. Moving on to the next game. Yeah. This game, it's just moved from an exciting game, in my opinion, to a shite game. No disrespect to these two teams. Aston Villa, they are unbeaten in their last 2 games. A draw to Man City, which they should have won. Obviously, that VAR decision was an absolute joke. Don't know how that goal did not stand that Coutinho scored. Like we all know why, it just didn't make sense. Taking on Leeds, who they're one of them teams for me that I said they get relegated at the start of the season, so I'll stick by it. At the moment, they're 11th. They're not doing too bad, but they're not doing too great, in my opinion. At home, they're decent side. You're seeing glimpses of, how they might potentially stay up, But I don't think this game is going to be a great game. Adam, how do you see this one? Leeds versus Aston Villa. Do you see Aston Villa, their unbeaten streak continuing?
I just think it'll be a 0-0 draw.
0-0. Close to what I said again.
You've gone for a little 1-0 to someone, in you?
Oh, you already know the drill.
Yeah.
Charlie, what do you reckon about this one?
I'm going 2-0 Leeds.
Fair enough. Again, close to my prediction. Like Adam, predicted. I've gone with a 1-0. I've gone with a 1-0 to Leeds. Like I said, they haven't been too bad at home this year. Obviously, results I can think of top of my head is smashed Chelsea 3-0. They won first game of the season against Wolves. They don't do too bad at home this year. And Villa, like I said, they should have beat City. That VAR was an absolute joke. But the Southampton game, on that Friday, that was a disappointing game, man. I don't think it's too convincing. Brilliant goal by Jacob Ramsey. But other than that, the game was dead. So I'm going to say Leeds win this one. That's what I reckon. Leeds 0-0. Fair enough. I think it's a draw 0-0 or 1-1. Fair enough. And then 1-1, Stephen says. Fair enough. A lot of draws then. You lot reckon draws. And then the last game, like I said, the fourth derby. This is a very underrated derby. Like I said earlier, both teams are, at the bottom of their league as well. Leicester, obviously, got pumped to Tottenham in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
I do think if they lose this game, Rodgers is gone. Now, I know he hasn't been backed, but they're clearly thinking of something ahead. That's what I'm thinking, because I don't understand how they've gone with Danny Ward in goal as in the Premier League as your number one choice. I don't understand that. They've still got good players, as we know, Tielemans, Maddison. Madison don't want to be there.
Where's Schmeichel at?
Tielemans is probably going to leave. Nah, it's obvious he
Where's
don't want to be there.
Now?
Schmeichel went to Nice. He went to Nice.
Did he leave and go to Nice?
Obviously I'm going to big up James Justin.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant player. Drewsbury Hall, he's coming through. Vardy, he's not really pulling the strings anymore.
He's getting too old now.
It's not looking good. Nottingham Forest, they've been very poor as well. Hence where they are in the table. Obviously, 3-2 losses back to back against newly promoted sides. Which is not good enough. I can see this one being goals galore.
Yeah, so
because both teams defensively have been absolutely shambles. Yeah, what do you reckon, Adam? Monday night, like I said, a very underrated derby in my opinion. Midlands derby and that.
I'm going to be real with you. 4-1 Forest.
4-1 Forest.
Yeah,
that's a jump.
Leicester ain't ready. He's getting sacked in.
Like I said, and the reason I say he's getting sacked in this one, I reckon, is because it's Nottingham Forest. It's your rivals, and they're not doing great either.
No, I know, but I think they'll pull it. I think Jesse Lingard is the man for it.
Fair enough. 4-1. Interesting. I mean, there's always that game as well, isn't there? There's always a game you look at and go, what? They battered them. I didn't expect that.
And that is going to be that game. Forest are going to do it.
Fair enough then. Fair enough. Charlie, how'd you see this one going? Final game.
2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. Interesting.
Someone put in the chat, I think he should have been sacked after Spurs.
Yeah, that's facts. We said that. We said that, didn't we? Because Son come on with the form he's been on and got a hat-trick.
How embarrassing that. And 2 brilliant goals.
Yeah.
World class.
And first half, they were good.
Yeah.
They were actually good. But second half, they were shambles. Defensively, absolute shambles. If you look at the goals they both conceded, Leicester have conceded 22 goals this season. Wow.
What Forest at?
Forest have conceded 17.
It's bad.
Do you know what I mean? So this is exactly what I mean with,
goals galore.
Yeah. But I've gone with a Desmond, as Americans like to call it. Do you know what I mean? I've gone with a Desmond, my second 2-2 prediction of the weekend. I just don't think any team will be able to cancel each other out. And I think for a Monday night, for once, they've actually done a decent game.
Mm-hmm.
Good derby on a Monday night.
Exactly. So, yeah, I've gone with a 2-2. And, I think that'll mean Rodgers will stay in for a bit longer.
He shouldn't be, though. He
no.
should be getting sacked in.
But, yeah, let's see what you lot said. And then we'll calculate the table and see what it looks like
if
results go the way I think. I don't think we'll win. Obviously, Hayden Leicester fan. 5-1 Forest. Jeez, I thought Adam was mad saying flipping 4-1.
I see that.
And that's a Leicester fan as well, saying that. I think Leicester get their first win. They are due to win 3-2 Leicester. Okay, that's fair enough. He should have been sacked yet when you said that. Leicester, I could see them beating an unsettled Forest side 2-0. Fair enough. I've seen a lot of people say 2-0 Leicester as well. The last 3 goals against Spurs came in like 16 minutes. They fell apart. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Get Rodgers gone now before the Forest game. Save him. Embarrassment, I think you meant to put. Yeah, a lot of your fans obviously saying Rodgers out, and it's understandable. Like I said, I will feel a bit sorry for him because he hasn't been backed, but you've clearly got something in the pipeline. That's what I can see. You literally signed one player, didn't you? And I don't even know who that player is.
Who is he?
Seriously, like,
you what?
Honestly,
you what?
But yeah, run through the predictions again quickly. I've said Arsenal to beat Tottenham 3-1. AFC Bournemouth 2-2 with Brentford. Chelsea, Palace 0, Chelsea 1, Fulham 1, Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1, Brighton 0, Southampton 2, Everton 1, West Ham United 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Leicester City 3, Manchester United 2, and then Leeds 1, Aston Villa 0, and then Leicester City 2, Nottingham Forest 2. Let's calculate what the table would look like. So, yeah, if it wants to work, there you go. Gooners would be top of the league still by a point.
Mm-hmm.
Man City second, obviously. Tottenham would take their first defeat, but still be third by quite a lot of points there. Brighton would still be in the top 4, despite that. Liverpool would be getting even closer though.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea would be 5th, which is interesting. Fulham would still be fairly up there. 7th, still be above United. Better goal difference. Manchester United 8th, Leeds 9th, Brentford 10th, Southampton 11th, Newcastle 12th, Bournemouth 13th, Everton 14th, Villa, West Ham would be out of the relegation zone, Palace 17th, and then the bottom 3 are all people from the Midlands, all teams from the Midlands. Leicester would still be bottom, 3 points behind.
Does it mean the Midland teams are going down?
It looks like it so far.
No Midlands away days next year.
Actually, no, Aston Villa. Midlands
Villa,
are still there. Is there anyone else? I think it's just Aston Villa, really, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is. But yeah, there you go, people. There you go. At least the Foxes have a revolving door like scum down the M1. Oh, I found out they might get relegated due to League One. That would be jokes. Seriously, Watford might go League One, mate. Oh, that's brilliant. Because they've basically been, I don't really know the full story, but their owners have always been like this. And I'm glad they're finally getting noticed. You know what I mean? Because what they, when they signed, 14 Italian players on loan a couple of years ago, that was an absolute joke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they got away with that. Because they work with another team, don't they? I'm glad they're finally getting found out. I don't think it's something to do with that. But, their owners, they've always been weird. Even their fans will tell you that. The ones that actually have a brain. And not just say Premier League in an argument when they talk to Luton fans. You know what I mean? Because I'll just say major trophies, head to head. List goes on. But anyway, there you go. That is Premier League predictions done.
Come on, you Spurs!
For game week 9. Obviously, I'll be back again later with a watch along to Luton. Obviously, massive game there against Hull City. They've sacked their manager today, which I think is very weird. Surely you would have done it during the international break when you had that time. Clearly not. Like I said, I see Luton winning that game, especially if we get an early goal. Their heads will go down, especially with how they've been recently. But big up yourselves for coming on, you two.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And yeah, you two will be on tomorrow as well for the North London Derby.
Come on, you Spurs!
Yeah, don't put in headphones tomorrow, innit?
Yeah,
please
do not. Please do not, because you'll be deaf.
Huh? Yeah, trust me, I might have to put it in the pinned comments. Real talk, seriously. But
Come on, you Spurs!
Yeah. Sorry to anyone if you do have headphones in right now.
That's only the fucking tip of the iceberg.
That's only the start.
But yeah, let's go through some comments quickly. Udinese, that's the one. Big up yourself for that. Big up Spencer, Liverpool fan out in America. Like I said, always massive shout out to him. He says, take care, T and everyone else. And
take care, guys.
Little bit of Palmer in there somewhere. Yeah, it's one of them. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back again later for the Luton watch along. I'll be live around about 10 to 8. And I might see if anyone can do scores for me and line up.
Right?
But yeah,
are you?
It's a madness going on over there. So we're going to wrap it up. How many likes did we end up on? You know, I know a lot of people watch back on playback as well.
Yeah.
If it decides to load, you know, this laptop loves to be slow out here. We got a new subscriber as well. Big up yourself, whoever that was. We got a new subscriber. 1,285 subscribers now.
My mouth's bleeding.
Got up to 7 likes.
Have a good day. I've got to go. My mouth's bleeding.
Yeah, might see him a bit later on, because I will be doing a watch along in here.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there's that. And yeah, smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the channel. Big up whoever subscribed, like I said. And yeah, I'll be back again for watch along to Luton later. So yeah, if you want to follow me across any of my socials as well, links to them are in the description. So yeah, until later on, big up yourselves, stay safe, take care.
Safe.
Peace.